Yo, what's going on, y'all? 805 Just here, the real Capri Sun, Mr. Cranberry Funk. I do still have all of my wisdom teeth on my birth certificate, Ventura, California. I represent that town. I represent Ventura County, the entire 805, the central coast of California, the Pacific Ocean. That's me. Let's just get right into it, y'all. Real quick video. I didn't even set up the lights, the cameras, just straight audio. Check this out. Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe. Did y'all hear about Shannon Sharpe today? If you don't know, Shannon Sharpe, host on the ESPN morning sports show First Take. He's a podcast host. I believe he hosts, two podcast shows technically. One is more of a talk show where he interviews celebrities. That's Club Shay Shay. And then he also has the nightcap show that he does in the evenings at night with another former NFL player by the name of Chad Johnson, also known as Ocho Cinco. Today, of all days, my goodness, allegations have seemingly come up really out of nowhere. I don't think too many people were expecting this to happen. Allegations of some of the adult kind regarding adult matters. I'll let you do the Googles, but allegations from a lady, a woman based out of Nevada. I'm assuming Las Vegas, but from the court paperwork just says Nevada. That some things happened between Shannon Sharpe and this lady, and some things that were forceful in nature. Like I said, I won't get into the details, but very adult situation here. Not a good look. This woman, this lady is suing for millions. I forgot the amount. I don't have the article right in front of me, but millions, not just 1 million. It's a few $1 million that this woman is suing for. Now, of course, the crazy side of it, because there's always a crazy side when it comes to celebrities. This woman is represented by attorney Tony Buzbee, or Busby, however you pronounce his last name. He's known to be what some would call an ambulance chaser type of attorney. He sues everybody. He has lawsuits with everybody. Most recently, or most notably, a few months ago, he had sued Jay-Z and was accusing, the former rapper and now, I guess, billionaire Jay-Z of doing some things many years ago. Who else did he represent? A few years ago, he represented somebody else famous. But anyway, this is his thing. He has a habit. He has a history of suing and starting lawsuits and whatnot for individuals, and they're usually against high profile celebrities, professional athletes, that type of thing, right? The crazy part about this is, and it's crazy. I mean, it's not crazy, but it's unfortunate that Shannon Sharpe is learning this lesson now at 50 something. I believe he's close to his mid 50s age wise, if I'm not mistaken. Just a few days ago, Shannon Sharpe, I believe it was his PR, his public relations, or his manager, agent, somebody seemingly floated out to the media and to the outlets, the journalistic outlets of the world, basically saying that he could be making $100 million very soon. From what I heard, from what I read, he has a contract with Colin Cowherd's network, media company and network right now. If you're not familiar, Colin Cowherd is a former ESPN host. I believe he did radio. He might even still do radio, but he had his own show on ESPN, sports show. He was the host of it, and I believe he had a radio show if he doesn't have it anymore. But he's well known in the sports world, and now he has a podcast network. And I believe Shannon Sharpe's both of his shows, I believe, are either licensed or they're somewhat connected to this network. Shannon Sharpe and his people, put it out a week or two ago, or maybe a few days ago, that this contract is coming to an end soon, and once it's over, he's looking for $100 million, basically saying wherever he takes his talents next, he's demanding that he makes $100 million. And a lot of people in the sports world are talking like they expect him to get that amount, that because he's been somewhat successful with his podcast and his shows, that somebody will be willing to pay him that much money. I believe someone would be willing to pay him that much money. However, a monkey wrench just got thrown in that situation. Why? Because of these accusations, because of these allegations. And I think from here on out, Shannon Sharpe will learn his lesson. And I'm not saying I'm happy that this happened at all, but I'm saying it would, common sense is not so common, but common sense would say, don't announce when you have, a multi-million-dollar deal on the table, or you have, millions, an influx of money and your financial situation happening. Don't announce that, because once you announce that, yes, there's people who will celebrate you. There's people who are in your corner and are rooting for you. But at the same time, there's people who are hating on you. There are people who don't like you. There are people who are rooting for your downfall. And they're just waiting for something good to happen so that they can step in and try to ruin, or rain on your parade. So, like I said, I'm not saying that, I'm happy that this is happening to him. I'm not saying that, this is good for him. But what I'm saying is, I'm sure this is a lesson learned. And it's sad that, he's 50-something years old and has to learn it now. But I guess better late than never. He has denied these the allegations and the accusations. He put out a statement via social media on Twitter and Instagram, as I believe. I saw it on Twitter, maybe on Instagram as well. And I don't think this is going to help the situation. Y'all can do your Googles, do your research. I'm not talking about the details, but Shannon Sharpe, in his statement, put the young lady's name, put the woman's name, the individual's name, because the lawsuit, she's under Jane Doe, she's anonymous, basically. He put the woman's name out there and text messages that the lady sent to him. Now, of course, the internet is going crazy because we're like, okay, what about your text messages? What were you saying to this woman, to this individual? Because the text messages are a little wild. That's all I got to say. So, we'll see what happens. It's going to be a rocky next couple days, I'm assuming, rocky week, maybe even month, for Shannon Sharpe and, his business dealings. And we'll see if he eventually gets that $100 million deal or contract that it sounds like he believes he deserves and, is looking for once his contract is up with the current people he's doing business with. But this is crazy. Like I said, happened maybe not even an hour ago, so I had to just try to record something real quick. But y'all comment below what y'all think. I think this is nonsense, and I think he can avoid a lot of this. But, what are you going to tell this dude? He's got millions of dollars. He's in his 50s. He's single, and he's doing what he wants to do. But listen, when you do what you want to do, and you're a little reckless, especially as a man, when it comes to, your dealings with women, these type of things can happen, and windows open and opportunities open for those that want to take advantage of you and take your money and take you to court and all that. And I'm saying this as a young man in my 30s, my early 30s. So, we'll see what happens. Feel free to comment below if you have thoughts. But as always, I appreciate y'all, and peace.
The gigantic going out of business sale at Circuit City has reached the final days. Get total liquidation prices on absolutely everything, like 25% off notebook and desktop computers. Take a whopping 30% off all plasma TVs, digital camcorders, and digital cameras, including SLR. Save 40% on CDs and DVDs, software, phones, faxes, shredders, and more. Get 50% off all furniture, phone accessories, and select mobile audio. Don't wait until it's over. Shop now during the final days of the Circuit City going out of business sale.